Well, good morning. Just for sport, I'm going to change my background. All right, here we go. My name is Reverend Annie Batchelder. I'm an Akashic Records channel. I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. I'm very well trained in energetic sensing. So I really feel and perceive the energies present, maybe during a reading or during these lives. I just feel what's going on. I can sense it in my guides, put it in my ears, or certain phrases will come across my inner screen, and I have to say that because that's relevant for you. And during this live presentation, which I welcome you to, I'm so glad that you could be here. I am taking your questions, and this live presentation happens on Facebook on the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page. And so in order to answer your question live, you have to be part of that group, which is free. It's easy to sign up. We'll let you in. You can enjoy the benefits of being here, the quotes from my upcoming book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. And you also get to ask questions of me, and I channel live for you on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific. I'd love to hear from you. Hi, Rebecca Donald. How are you, sweetheart? Good to hear from you. Is it getting wintry up there yet? She's in Canada. So I think of you as being in semi-permanent winter. But I'm from California. It's almost like comparing Florida to Canada. It's not quite apples to apples. But do say hello when you get here, or even in the comments on the YouTube channel. Let me know if you're enjoying this, and or what you've learned or what made sense to you. We had a good session at 7:30, and the guides had us pick 6 DNA activation cards. Let me just put the cover of these up. DNA activation cards. These are by Adrienne, and I like them. 142 DNA activation cards, and they've been very, very relevant and very, very positive. And so we picked 6 cards out of there, and we picked the Queen of Swords from the Goddess Tarot. And this was helpful in that she's presiding over this whole week of energy. Sorry, things are coming across the phone I'm not supposed to be paying attention to. Sorry about that. Queen of Swords is presiding over this whole week, and all of the cards that were represented earlier today, governing this whole week, the energy of this whole week, and they're really empowering and powerful. I think you'll find you like them. Today's energy is intuition, so don't be surprised if you find yourself being very intuitive and really having a good sense of what's going on. And maybe your question is just to confirm your intuition, and see if there's anything my guides can add to that will give you greater clarity or more empowerment somehow. My work is all from the source of the soul's patterning, imprinting, its agenda for you, its desire to link and be part of you in your life. So to me, that adds the element of purity and deep connection and the sense of the soul. Good morning, Mark Ellis. Nice to have you. Thank you for coming on. So the soul is naturally the link with the divine. So in my world, we call the divine the great creatress. We're all about the divine feminine. It's in part a reaction to centuries of the male sky gods dominating Judeo-Christian energies and a lot of deities. And it's also a way of bringing forth that feminine knowledge, that earth-based knowledge, that life enforcing and life enhancing knowledge, and energy and divinity, and the divinity that's within you, because your soul is perfect and divine. So I'm wondering, who's got questions? What do we need to ask? What do we need to know? If not, I'm going to read some prayers. I love reading some prayers just to get us started. So this is the soul purpose prayer. So just sort of be with the energy of these words and take that in whatever way that works for you as you are getting ready to type a question in. I'm always looking for the questions on Facebook and the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness page. All right, Soul's Purpose Prayer. My soul purposes go forth to bless, heal, inspire, elevate, and dignify the needs and hearts of all women and men. I know that matter and spirit are one. Everything is made of the one spirit. I look upon money as divine substance. I am divinely compensated in wonderful ways. Divine substance, money, is constantly circulating in my life. Daily, joyously, divine substance flows freely to me. I use divine substance, money, wisely and constructively. Every day I receive more clients, sales, students, and opportunities. Divine Source, I am grateful for your unlimited generosity in all things. Isn't that a good prayer? It definitely works for me. So let me just look here and see if we've got anybody asking questions. I'd love to hear your questions. Questions are the can opener to information in the Akashic Records, which is pretty much where all of my information comes from and where my work is sourced and is soul sourced. All right, Rebecca. Okay. Rebecca says, yes, great. Good morning. Yes, we had first snow yesterday and just in time for trick-or-treaters. That must have been interesting. Got to be so bundled up to get your treats and get out there. And I didn't know Halloween was a big deal in Canada. That's good to know. All right. So, you can ask questions that are about your life. You can ask questions about Earth life in general. You can ask questions about what's the truth about me and butter, or how can I work best with this person at the office? How can I get over my shyness? What is the grand purpose of my concerns about this or that? questions are really good. Your soul wants to help you. And that's why your soul puts the questions in your head. And they're always the way your soul is drawing you in to be closer to it, to work with it, to create more and more of a relationship with your soul. Your soul is always loving you. There's not anything about your soul that doesn't love you, or nothing. There's not anything about you that your soul doesn't love, because your soul created you, chose you as a body and a personality here on the planet to execute its soul purposes. So you are the one. You were picked by design, and you were chosen to be the one to really generate your soul's presence on the earth, and also to help your soul evolve. So this is the divine birther prayer. Oh, great creatress, divine birther of all, assist me to fully embody my soul's light, to see through your eyes, to love as you love, to know that which is eternally true and helpful. May my actions fulfill my soul's purposes while uplifting others. May my actions serve you, great creatress, furthering your plan of love and unity with all life. And so it is. Even when I do readings, I open with a prayer. I think prayers are really important to shift energy, to generate energy, to help us focus. It's very helpful to align our intentions with what we're up to, what we're doing. And to go into, say, an Akashic Records reading with your ideas of what you want to know. So, all right, I'm going to go over some of the cards that were pulled for this morning. So these are pulled for the next 6 days. This card is a DNA activation card. And the symbol on here represents a missing strand of DNA that you can reacquire. And you can insert this DNA strand in between your soul chakra, your 8th chakra, about a foot above your head, and your crown chakra, this space. You can reacquire this strand of DNA and have it go into your body wherever it's needed. Just let it travel around your body and just reacquire it. This is the card representing the energy for today, and it's the intuition card. So your intuition is probably going to play a big part in your activities today, or you'll be pressed somehow to listen to your intuition, not let it be overridden by, well, that can't be true, or, that doesn't agree with what somebody else says. It's your intuition is your soul talking to you. Your intuition is the divine talking to you. It's the little ways the messages get in from your Akashic masters, teachers, and loved ones. And these are beings of light that are in with you throughout your soul's journey in this life, no matter where you are. Now, the energy of tomorrow, Thursday. Good morning, Stephanie Ansley Miller. How are things? Tomorrow's energy is represented by this card, this DNA strand. And so just let this DNA strand come into your body anywhere it is needed, any way that it is needed. Have this DNA strand be part of you. This is the energy of Thursday, tomorrow, November 2nd, and it's the energy of sound. In the beginning was the word, the primordial sound from which matter emanated. You are now attuned to the original frequency of creation. The original frequency of creation. You are now attuned to the original frequency of creation. So tomorrow, look for the energy of creation, how it's working in you, and if there is something going on that involves sound. You know, it's really interesting. My 91-year-old mother has had the part 1, the 2-part cochlear ear implant. She's been wearing hearing aids since I was about 20 years old or maybe less. And hearing is so important to her and has been an issue in her life, mostly all her life. And so she is going to, even at 91, she's willing to go ahead and risk having a cochlear implant put in, which completely knocks out the hearing, natural hearing in your ear, as it's replaced by this coil inside your ear. And then tomorrow she's getting part 2 of the surgery, which is the activation of the processor. And now she's going to be hearing very differently. And so sound is going to be a whole new experience for her. And that's the energy of tomorrow. Go figure. I love these cards. They're right on. And so are you. You guys are right on too. Now, Friday is this card, this DNA strand. How does this DNA strand work in your body? Is it friendly? Is it helpful? What's it doing? How does that feel to you? What's important about this strand for you? This DNA strand. This is an interesting one to pull. And this is for Friday. Let's see. Oh, Rebecca says, I had to put my cat down yesterday. Does she have any messages for me? Especially what came into my life to help me heal? Or especially what she came into my life to help me heal. Well, Rebecca, I'm really sad for you because this was a young cat. I'm so sorry. Wasn't this the new cat that you got? You didn't get this cat more than 6 months ago. We talked about this. So Friday is the energy of fire. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. Let me tune into the cat for Rebecca. She came into your life to demonstrate a certain luxuriant elegance. She knew how to luxuriate in her own elegance. She was very comfortable in her little body. I sense that the reason you had to put her down was not pleasant. Maybe there was an animal attack and injury that she was not going to recover from, or that was going to be way too expensive to help her recover from. I'm so sorry. It's just so sad. She came into your life to help you heal your comfortability your comfortableness with aloneness, in that you knew you were alone even though you had the cat. And you two kept each other company, but there was always this feeling of you're going to be alone sooner or later in your lifetime, and you have to get comfortable with it. And she's like the energy of willingness to stalk your prey. Forgot to turn off the activations. There we go. All right. Our notifications. There we go. So let me just see what else is coming on here. Okay. The energy of the cat also, she was willing to stalk her prey, which means she was willing to be very present. Was she a good mouser or something? Or unfortunately a good birder? But she was willing to really be persistent and pay attention and be unconditionally focused on what she wanted. And so she came into your life to help you heal a feeling of, well, is this it? Or no, maybe I should be over here and I should be doing this, getting too stretched out and too unfocused, too many irons in the fire. And that's a symptom of looking outside yourself. And if I just had this piece, or I had this training, I would be able to attract what I want into my life. I would be able to make the money I need to make. I would be able to generate life on my terms. And that's not true. You don't need any new teachers. You are the teacher. You are knowledgeable. You are, in fact, you've had past lives as the keeper of knowledge. And you have to remind yourself that you were that keeper of knowledge in many past lives. And you were the one who had to be the tribe leader and say, okay, it's time to move, and really get everybody on board with it and explain why. And have confidence in that connection about why you had to move an entire tribe from a really nice location, but your sense is that, I don't know, perhaps winter was coming earlier than everybody thought possible. Maybe there was a flood going to happen, and you just had to get people up and out of the way and above danger. All of these things. You had to stand in the wisdom of your knowledge. You had to agree with the knowledge that you have. And this cat came to remind you that you had these leadership skills, and that you had this ability to be that confident in who you are and what you know. And really, it's just a settling into that depth, that place in the very depth of you. I see it as maybe that depth of you where the disconnect kicked in was about L3 in the spine. And to really put that, say, your permanent atom of light, that energy signature that you are in the universe, even when you don't have a body or when you're not incarnated into physical, the permanent atom of light sits right there about L3, between L3 and L2, and generates your light. And that substantial feeling like you can be grounded in who you are and trust yourself. Big deal. Like, you should put signs up in your house that say, I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. I have a sign up too that says, I trust that I am guided to do the most profound work every day. And it's it sort of puts to bed all those little nagging self-doubts. And I think that the self-doubts that you're having are really sort of habitual. Like you got used to buying into this idea that you should be doubtful about yourself, and you just have to get out of the habit of that one, because it's no longer relevant for you. Thank God. And that's part of what your cat came here to teach you. I'm so sorry. That's a big loss for you. I know that we spent a good amount of time on that one together. So let's see. I am ready for another question. And until we get that, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this fire card, the energy of Friday. This Friday coming up. And this card, this DNA strand, represents the element of fire. It increases your potential for active creation and burns away all distraction at the same time. Open now to your highest potential. Now that was good. Where's that gentleman who was here a little bit earlier, Mr. Ellis? You know, that is for you. Opening to your highest potential. Very, very helpful for you to really open to your highest potential. And then while we're waiting for the next question, I'm always looking for the questions. Here's the energy of Saturday. Okay. The energy of Saturday. This symbol represents the energy, the DNA strand you need for really jaunting through Saturday and having a wonderful life. This is the redemption card. Everybody needs a redemption card. Everybody needs a little get out of jail free card. And so I think you might find that Saturday has this element of redemption in it. And maybe it's you let yourself off the hook for something you've been feeling guilty about, or you finally get over some issue that happened, 3 months ago or 3 years ago, and go, I'm done. I'm done punishing myself. I'm done waiting for the other shoe to fall. I'm done waiting for somebody else to make a move so I can make a move. The redemption, redemption, the backside has words, these cards. I love these cards. It says, your past is cleared. Any karma is released. All you have to do is let go of the wounds you're holding on to in order to be free. And I know freedom is a big one. Everybody I know is interested in freedom. This is where it's at, right? This is where it is, what's important, freedom. And the freedom to create and to be and to fulfill our soul's purposes. Oh my God. Stephanie, this is a very interesting question. Hold that thought. I can't go there right now. I can't go there right now. I really appreciate your question. Oh, they say you know the answer. Stephanie's asking, will my younger male dragon, and she means her spirit guides, the dragons, have a baby with his romance with the Hawaiian dragon? He seems super excited. Maybe it's just the romance. Well, your excitement is about the romance. And it's the way the dragons are reintroducing you to romance in your own life and bringing forth your sense of romance. And, there's a sense of, in my life, as a soul expressing itself, I need to romance my own life. I need to bring my own life flowers, take my own life for a walk in the woods or a moonlit beach walk, or, do those things, light candles, or special scents, bring the romance into my own life. And I think that is what your question is really representing. And when giving birth, of course, is birthing a new part of ourselves, or birthing a revitalized part of ourselves. And I think that's more relevant here to your question. And you just love all of these interactions with your spirit dragons, and just observe and enjoy and see what they're demonstrating to you, that it's echoes in your own life. You're a very, very intuitive person, and that is the energy of today. Today's energy is intuition. Now, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this is the energy of Sunday. I'm waiting for more questions, folks. Give me questions. I love your questions. I need to read for you on your questions. So this is the energy for Sunday. And it's a very Sunday-like energy. And you might find it useful. This is the healing card. And, Sunday is the Sabbath in a lot of spiritual traditions. And it's often a day when we give ourselves a break and take the day off, enjoy ourselves. Some of us who are self-employed, we just do whatever's coming to us that day. If it's a day of work, we love to work, and then if it's a day not to work, then we don't work. This is the healing card for Sunday. Are you ready to release everything that is not perfection from your physical and etheric bodies? Here is the key. This is the key to healing. Release. Release is the key to healing. That's the way the magic works, folks. I think my system is maybe freezing for a moment, unfortunately. So Sunday, healing day. Release everything that is not perfection from your physical and your etheric bodies. Here's your key. It's great. You guys are wonderful. Look at this great information and energy that you're bringing forth. Hi, Joey Chandler. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do say hello when you get here. I'd love to know who's listening. It's my pleasure to be here with you. And if you're watching this on YouTube or LinkedIn, please know that the live takes place on the Facebook group page called Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. And Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness is the name of my book that is going to be published. God, it's like endless edits. Shortly after I get it published in paperback form on Amazon, I'll be going into the studio. I've got dates for the studio to record the audiobook in my own voice, because I channel the energies that are in this book, and it's a channel book. Every chapter is channeled. So this is the energy of Monday, and it's the charisma card. And just notice where this symbol goes. If you could float this symbol all through your body, and it represents a missing DNA strand that you can now acquire. Just bring the energy of this symbol into your body. You guys are doing great. Thank you so much for moving along with this. And Joey Chandler, by the way, you can type in a question in the comments on Facebook, and I will answer your question. I'll channel on it. It could be a general question like, what's the meaning of whatever for society. It could be a personal question. Why does my left foot hurt? Why does your left foot hurt? And it could be, how can I heal from a loss? Whatever it is you're needing. All right. So this is the charisma card, and it's the energy of Monday. You radiate the glory of God, whom we call the great creatress. Your presence is now enhanced through this activation so that others are drawn to you for your light. So others are drawn to you for your light. It's that inner light that we are that makes us so amazing. I think I posted on this group page the pictures of these cards that were pulled, and earlier today on the 7:30 a.m. PT live video that I do on my personal page, Annie Batchelder, and this whole week is overseen by the Queen of Swords. So you tarot folks might want to figure out what the Queen of Swords means to you. And in this case, it means a wise woman who's very honest and truthful and forthright with the truth of matter. And she's giving us guidance and overseeing everything and all these interesting DNA cards that we have pulled for today. All right. By the power of divine light within us, come Holy Spirit, Spirit of light, Spirit of truth, for the highest good of all throughout time, fill our hearts with divine love. All right. I'm hoping to get one more question because I'm about ready to close the records and move on. Maybe do a parting prayer just to keep us floating around and in touch with the divine. Oh, here we go. I was looking for this earlier. All right, we're going to do I and my soul are one affirmations. So I'm going to speak this. Good morning, Andrea Bachfield. How are you? Bachfeld, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Oh, you're loving the energy flow, Stephanie. Thank you. I'm glad. It is special. Today's pretty interesting. So here are the I and my soul are one affirmations. Repeat after me. I and my soul are one. I and my soul are inseparable. I and my soul belong together. I and my soul walk hand in hand on the path of enlightenment together. I trust my inseparable soul to love me no matter what transpires. I trust my inseparable soul to stand by me. My soul has never and will never reject me. consciously linked, my soul and I are clearly directed to the highest and best outcomes for our mutual benefit. My soul and I safely grow, expand, and explore together. My soul is my best friend and the keeper of my innermost gifts, talents, and abilities. My soul assists me with solutions, insights, and inspiration. My soul never abandons me in times of trouble. My soul aids me in my healing, maturation, and supplies the courage needed to progress on my path. My soul actively draws me toward uplifting opportunities and abundance. The more I merge with my soul, the more healed and whole I am. The more my soul merges with me, the more we can accomplish together. The more I identify as my soul, the capabilities for achieving my aspirations increase. The more I identify as my soul, the fewer limitations, distractions, and obstacles I experience. The more my soul becomes my human identity, the more peace, inclusivity, and harmony I experience. I now see through the loving eyes of my soul. I now experience through the expanded consciousness of my soul. I now love with my spiritual heart, the heart of my soul. I now clearly hear and follow the wisdom and direction of my soul. I and my soul are indivisible. My soul and I are one, and we are one with the great creatress, the divine. Thank you, soul. Thank you. All right, on that note, I think we're calling it a day. Thank you so much for being here with me on Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness Facebook page. I love to do readings for you. If you want to schedule a reading, there are a number of different types of readings you can schedule on my website, anniechannels.com, anniechannels.com. You can get a channeled reading with my guide Anubis. You can get an Akashic Records reading, a reading from the record of your soul's entire journey. You can get a half-hour kind of quickie phone reading that you can ask maybe 1, 2, or 3 questions at most, and we'll address. It's on the phone. You don't get any recording, but at the 1-hour readings I do on Zoom, and we can make a recording. You get a copy of that afterwards, unless you tell me you don't want it copied or recorded. And then there's the 1 question personal guidance reading, and basically you send me $28 and your 1 question either by email anniechannels@gmail.com or by text 415-846-2412. You send me your question, 1 question, not and not 4 questions that are connected by ands, but 1 question. And I will send you a voice recording with the answer, the channeled answer. And you get a lot for this. It's ridiculous how much you get for $28. I put my heart and soul into this work, and I try to give you more than you had anticipated. And my standards for my work are very high. So I really believe in giving you what you need, not necessarily what your pocketbook can afford, that will help you keep going in this life and most elegantly. I love you all. Check out my website, anniechannels.com, and have a reading very soon. You should have a reading whenever there's a question that you need. And my readings will strengthen your own intuition and your own connection with your soul and your own inner knowingness. All right. Thanks for being with me today. I love you very much.